Hey YouTube. Today I got my Ancestry DNA kit that I sent for. Um, to give you a little background on me, I'm 52 years old, and I just recently met my biological father face to face about 2 years ago. Um, and he was, to say the least, nothing like I envisioned him to be or to look. Anyway, that's the first thing that caught me. But anyway, I'll get to that in a minute. But I grew up down south. My grandmother raised me. And my mother had moved up north and to find a better job, and she was gonna come get us later. But we decided we liked it better down south, so my grandmother raised me. The father that I thought was my father, from birth until growing up down there, really wasn't my biological father, and I didn't find that out until I was 15, 16 years old. When I was told that he really wasn't my father. Okay. And I always thought something was kind of different. People were kind of weird. In a subtle way. It wasn't so that I wouldn't recognize, but I kind of felt something was going on. Anyway, so, and now that I think about it, everybody around me knew that me and my brother really had different fathers. But I didn't catch on. I'm young. I'm just thinking everything is fine. I just thought he was just one of those dads that didn't come around. Had a bad divorce, and just didn't come around. But I see, he knew that I wasn't his biological, so he really didn't feel like he had to do anything. He never treated me bad or anything, but you know, even though we were in the same town, he never came around. If we saw him, we bumped into him. And actually, I think me and my brother spent more time with his mother than we spent with him, because she would come get us on weekends, and for a couple of days, us spend the night, and, over her house, and then bring us back to my other grandmother. But anyway, so fast forward, I met my biological about 2 years ago. I looked him up. I just got curious, looked him up on the internet, had his name and kind of what around about age group he was in and where he lived. Looked him up, boom, got it, boom, Google it, address, boom, boom, got the house, saw his house, everything. Had a contact number, went ahead and called him. And talked to him for a little bit on the phone. See, over the years, I think once they told me that I was had a different father, that I talked to him, a little bit later, back when I was 15, just a conversation. He made all these promises, and which never materialized, and never heard. So I was like I was going by, can't miss what you ain't never had. That's where I lived for the longest. But I turned 50 and I decided, okay, let me go ahead and I just want to see him, see what he looks like, see if I look like him or, whatever, because I have no idea what this guy even looked like. So, talked to him on the phone, he remembered, and yeah, okay, boom, boom, boom. Scheduled a meeting, went and met him, went to his house down south, had his address and went down there. And my first impressions was, okay, this man is white. Or he looks white to me. I'm light skinned. This man was very, how a mixed black and white person looks? He was that color or lighter. His hair was straight. It was gray. It was straight. He had a comb back, So that really, I knew he was light skinned, but I didn't know how light he was. So, and it's like summertime, and this guy was white. Okay, like a white man. Okay, so got it. So we met, talked for a little bit, had a couple conversations, trying to keep in touch with him. This guy asked for a blood test. Okay, I'm 52. You're 70 something, 74. On a blood test. Okay, cool. Let's do the blood test. So I scheduled it, paid for it, boom, boom, boom. All you gotta do is go get your mouth swabbed at LabCorp. I go to LabCorp here, get mine swabbed. They send it to the test and to the lab, and we'll find out what's up. They call him. He reneged. Okay, didn't you ask for this? And now you don't want to do it? It didn't make sense to me. So I called him. I was like, "What? I mean, you asked for this, and I scheduled it. And now you backing out. I paid for this stuff and everything. Well, I wish you would have came talked to me first, and we could have said it." Dude, at this point, what is there to talk about? Let's just go ahead and get this done. Then, we'll both know for sure, concrete evidence that okay, I'm your son, or I'm not your son, and we just shake hands and say adios. What you him and I? You know what? Okay, I got it. So I haven't talked to him since. I satisfied my curiosity about seeing him, but during our conversations, I never got to the point where we discussed, his pigment and all, what his relatives were, and never got that far. So I decided to order this Ancestry DNA.com. This will tell me a lot about my family side, which really my mother's side, which we never, nobody I know of, talk about, our ancestry or where we come from, and a lot about his side, which I know absolutely nothing about. So the results will be, if I had to guess, I can't guess, because I don't think there's going to be a high percentage of African in it. I would like for it to be, but looking at him, and I looked up his name and his last name, and kind of went back and see, and there are a lot of people in that name that are his skin color. So I'm thinking it runs very strong. They think like through the years it would kind of petered out, but I guess not. It's very strong. So, and I don't know if that's from the Native American or it's from European. It could be a strong European DNA that's running through, running through her veins. But see, that's another thing about these secrets. Now, my first marriage, if my kids would have came out with his complexion, which it very well could have been, and stayed that color, I would have been looking at my first wife like, "What's up?" You know what I mean? Because me not knowing what he looked like, I would have been tripping for real. I really would have been tripping. But these secrets. But like I said, I'm doing this DNA. At least I'll know for sure where what my DNA has, and I can let my kids see it, so they'll know where their father DNA comes from. So I'm kind of excited about it. I got it in the mail yesterday. I'm gonna, as soon as I get through this video, I'm gonna unbox it and do the samples, put the saliva in the container, send it off today, so I can find out what's what. And I really haven't told anybody about my family members anyway. I told my daughter and my son what I was doing, because they know pretty much about their mother's side. where they come from. Of course, you get the Ancestry DNA little booklet, tells you what to do, and how to, put the swab in the tube and blah blah blah, and send it off, which is cool. Here's a collection bag that you get. That's what it looks like when you get the inside of it. Here's a little tube with the solution that you put in there with the saliva. Here's the preservative. And here's the package, first class package that you send it back, return service. So I'm gonna do this. I'm really curious about what the results are gonna be, and I'm happy that something like this is available at such a decent price. You don't have to pay an arm and leg to get it done, and this won't hold any secrets. It's going to tell you straightforward what's what, and then I can maybe once I get the results, I can start a conversation with my mother and see what she knows about her ancestry, and maybe talk to some different people in the family that I know down there on her side that might know something. But a lot of the older folks are passed on or are gone, so we'll have to see. So this is part one. Once I get the results back, I'll do the part two, and it should be interesting. I'm thinking, well, I can't even at this point. I have no idea what it's going to be. It could be anything, but we'll see. So I'll see you